I think Mark touched on a really important point, which is the education piece. And it's not just for our own investment team, but it's also more broadly for whether it's a credit committee or it's like the investment committee, bringing them all along the same journey. And so I think that's something that needs to be done a bit gradually. And for example, in our private markets team, we sort of on a quarterly basis, we might do a bit more of a deep dive on a specific topic. And the next quarterly one, I think, is by coincidence, is going to be around investing in Asia. So, we haven't started looking into that yet, but that's certainly a very topical thing at the moment. And I think in terms of the manager selection would be key. It would have to be a manager that we are really comfortable with. It would help if it's a manager we already have in our stable of managers, but it's not to say that's the only way we would play. But a key thing we would look at is that they've got really boots on the ground, and more than boots on the ground. It's not just like, oh, they've got a Singapore office, but now we're looking at an investment in Thailand. And so, they're sort of dialing into meetings in Thailand, or they're going there for a few weeks. Like, I don't think that construct works. I think, given it is such a new jurisdiction for us, I think we would have to be very comfortable that they have deep expertise in the region. Not just the region, but the particular country that they're looking at the specific investments in, and also that they've got that track record in that country. So I think there's a few hurdles for them to jump through. It wouldn't be a first-time fund or a first-time manager in that region.
But definitely you wouldn't want to work with kind of tourists. You want people kind of to have the kind of boots on the ground, so to speak, just to kind of get a sense of, where these projects are going to.
I mean, look, we could consider a co-investment, but it would have to be alongside a trusted manager who really knows what they're doing. And then we would have to size it appropriately for not just the risk of that particular investment, but also the tracking error that it creates in our portfolio. Because whilst Asia has a multitude and a huge sort of scale of opportunities, the actual current weighting in the MSCI unlisted index, which is the infrastructure index for the Your Future, Your Super, that if you've heard super funds talk, you're probably sick of hearing. It sort of is our North Star at the moment, and the weighting is 0.1 to 0.2% of Asian infrastructure, which is clearly too low and not representative of infrastructure, but that's where we are at the moment, so we need to consider that tracking error as well.